Welcome back, everybody, to our Georgia State Panthers dynasty. Today we'll be taking on FCS South East. They are pretty bad after coming off that spanking by Alabama, 83-14. I mean, that's bad. That's horrible. We're hoping to bounce back here against FCS. Hopefully we can get our first win. You can look at the stats. Kevin Brown, 17 for 35, 248, a touchdown, and 3 interceptions. Lamar Williams only had 10 rushes for 14 yards. And Jonathan Shaw had a record-breaking day. He had 12 catches, 168 yards, no touchdowns. That 12 receptions is the school record. Crowder had 8 tackles, and Henry had 1 sack, our first sack ever. I changed up the rules because it takes a long time to record 8 minutes, so I've dropped it to 6. So it'll save me some time, and the videos will be just a little bit shorter. In recruiting, I've added a couple prospects that I feel are pretty good, and they're low lock, so might be able to snag them up. We have Gabe Overstreet here, 78 overall, very high stamina. Good juke, good spin, more than likely going to be a halfback. Can't really tackle, can't catch that well. I don't know what his role might be. Probably a halfback. We've got Greg Parrish here, who's a speed demon. He's probably going to play defense, although that tackling is pretty bad. So we'll find out in the offseason. Might be a halfback. Pretty good one, too. We got 69 overall. Nice. Eric Coley, kind of probably going to be slow. Good trucking, good stiff arm. Probably going to be a power back. But he might have some good moves. You don't know. We got 77 overall. Josh Williams, who's very fast, good catching. Probably going to be a great prospect. Then we've got 72 overall. Nathan Spence. All I know is pretty much just route running. Everything else is not that important. So that's the juke. So yeah, that's what we got on the board right now. I got rid of some people. Hoping we can bounce back here, win this game, take it home, and well, hopefully we can do this. We're 63, 63, 63, 66, and we're 60, 60, 60. I'll see you guys out on the field. You've already seen the team ratings. Our top 3 players are the same as it was last week. On the injury report, Matt Timmons broke his collarbone, so he's going to be out for 6 weeks. So we're going to have Kevin Brown for most of this season. Won the coin toss, we elected to receive, and we are off here in Georgia State football, taking on the FCS South East Pirates. You see Jonathan Shaw's stats, 12 catches, 168 yards, and 0 touchdowns. Let's hope that translates into a win this week. First and 10, we're going to be going under center here, looking for a pass. Probably looking for Jonathan Shaw. It is not man coverage, but Covington's wide open, but he drops the pass. In 10, we're going back to the passing game, and we're probably looking for another out route here by Jonathan Shaw. Covington's wide open. He makes the catch this time, and he gets 5 yards. For 5 here, we're going to try to sneak Lamar Williams out of the backfield like a man after he slept with your mom. We got the first down blocking. Lamar Williams gets 15 on the run. 10 here, we're going to be running our triple option. This is very risky with Kevin. As we know, he is white and very slow. So, I have no idea how this is going to work. Lamar Williams gets 3 yards. Last week, the run game only produced about 7 total yards of offense. That's horrible. I'm trying to change that this week. 2nd and 7 here, and we're going to be going back to our passing game. Jonathan Shaw's wide open. He makes the catch. He's running down the field. That's 33 yards for Jonathan Shaw. Already has 200 yards in the first 2 games of this season. Back on 1st and 10 here. We're going to be running right up the gut with our QB, more than likely, unless they bite on him. They do bite on him, so the fullback, Dominic Rogers, gets 3 yards on the carry. Bad day today. You know, I'm recording this morning, so we'll see how this goes. I might not be very sharp today on my reads. 2nd and 7 here, and we're going to be... Matt Washington gets open, and he makes the catch. That's 9 yards for the big 6'4", thick boy receiver. It's a great catch. On 1st and 10 here, Kevin Brown 4 for 5 for 62 yards, leading a pretty good drive right now. We're going to give it straight up to Lamar Williams. He gets a 3 yards. Before here, we're going back to the pass game. Going to run a simple curls concept. And we're going to have to throw away because everybody was locked up. 1st and 10 for the FCS offense. They're going flex bone. It's a pass. They get the pass off to Bryant. Matt Bryant, probably the kicker's son, maybe a relative, here for the FCS South East offense. And they're going to get the 1st down with Jordan Noble. I was in the backfield. I was about to make that play, and they played that perfectly, and I will give that to them. They run a screen, and I fall over. McDonald can't wrap up, but Simpson can. That was... I went for a swat, and I tapped the button. I was supposed to hold it. And they're looking to score here. Watch for a pitch play. So run inside run. We lock them up. 3rd down. Let's force that field goal. Last week, we buckled bad against Alabama. 3rd downs, we just couldn't convert. As we wrap up and we force the 4th down, they're going to have to kick the field goal. That's a great play by the defense. No, they're actually going for this. This is a very interesting call. They pitch it outside. Williams can't wrap up. He cannot make the tackle in the backfield, and that's a touchdown for FCS South East. That's not great. I can't believe I gave that up. That's my bad. I shouldn't have dove. Donnie Thomas makes a move, and we're up to the 29. That was poorly played by me. It's alright, we'll tighten up. 1st and 10 here. We're going to be going back to our pass game. I'm going to block a tight end because we're probably going to need some extra time here. Covington's wide open, and that's 18 yards to the young man, Brandon Covington, who is only a junior redshirt. Here, and we are going to be going back to our passing. They creep down a safety, so I'm anticipating a blitz. He makes the pass right to Covington. That's 18 more yards for Brandon Covington, having a big breakout game here. 3 for 41. That's not bad today. Kevin Brown has only missed 2 passes, 6 for 8, 98 yards today. That's pretty good. 1st and 10 here. Matt Washington gets wide open. Puts on some moves, and he's got 23 yards. I thought the pass game was going to be our weak spot today, and we were going to run the ball down their throat, but I was wrong. We're passing great today. We're 7 for 9 with 129 yards today. We are definitely throwing the ball like I did not anticipate. We get 7 yards on that zone read right there. That's 7 yards. 3, and we're going for a touchdown. No ifs, ands, or buts about it as we audible the tight end into a slant. His man gets bumped, and that's a touchdown. Brandon Covington's first of the season. We're back up on top. As Kevin Brown is 8 for 10, 129, and a passing touchdown. The extra point is good. 10-7, Georgia State. 3rd and 6 here. Let's try to stop this and not let them convert again. It is a pass. And we dropped the pick, but that's 4th down. They're going to have to punt. We did not force a single punt last week. But here for the Georgia State offense, and we're trying not to punt here. These guys have played like no man coverage today, but that is man coverage. Jonathan Shaw does make the catch, and that is a 1st down for the offense. He already has 43 yards today on 2 catches. 1st and 10 here for Georgia State as we are driving and we are near our own 50. As we complete the pass to Jonathan Shaw, and that's another 1st down for the offense. 1st and 10, and the rushing game has not gone anywhere. We can't get 1st downs on the run game, and that's supposed to be our strong suit. Kevin Brown cuts it back. He cuts it back again, and that's a 1st down rushing. 14 yards for Kevin Brown with beautiful swerving through the holes. You can actually block somebody. And we're going to give it to Lamar Williams. He's going to get 6 yards. Maybe now the rushing game is actually doing something. 3rd and inches for the offense, and we're going to try to pick this up when we have Bush in the backfield now and Brett Archer, who had 2 carries yesterday. As Bush is going to get a carry, Jermaine Bush for the 1st down. That's probably his 1st carry of his career. 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Looking to put another drive in the end zone and put FCS on the ropes as Dominic Rogers gets 9 yards on that easy 1st down carry. Second and 1, we're going back to the read option because it has been working fairly efficiently today as Lamar Williams gets a carry and he breaks a tackle and he's on the 1-yard line. That's 7 yards for the young man. 1-yard line. We're going to be going to the fullback. Last week he did not score, but he got super close and allowed a QB sneak. Dominic Rogers in the end zone. That's a touchdown for the fullback. (17-7) is our score as we are back out on defense against the FCS South East offense, which besides that big play has no offense. As we miss the tackle, we finally wrap him up. Brian Tidwell is destroying the offense, is destroying our defense. 10 here for the FCS Pirates. As I jump the route, that's a user pick. Go, Crowder. He can't beat the lineman, but that's a user pick. Give me them. That's all me, right there. Easy reads. 1st and 10 back here for the Georgia State offense after the beautiful user pick by Oscar Crowder. This is man coverage as our routes almost jumped for an interception. We almost give the ball right back. 2nd and 10 after that terrible read. And looks like there's a press. Jonathan Shaw beats his press. Step back. Jonathan Shaw for another big catch. He already has 77 yards and trying to keep this drive alive against the FCS South East Pirates. They will creep a man down into the box. Covington beats his man. He stiff arms him, little boy. Get off me. 21 yards, says Brandon Covington. Second and goal for the Georgia State Panthers after taking a massive sack that probably they shouldn't have taken. As Matt Washington gets off his man, and that's a touchdown for Matt Washington, the 6'4" phenom. We're up big on FCS. 10 right after the kickoff from the for the start of the second half. They're going to throw a quick screen. We can't get there. McDonald is the last line of defense. He dives at his ankles, and he stops him. That's a 50-yard screen catch for Jeff Carter. That was a terrible defensive breakdown. Just an absolute lapse there. As they are going back to the flex bone. It is a pass. As Noble's wide open, he's going to get the touchdown. That was bad, I guess you're right. As FCS has made it 24-14 as they are going to kick off to us. Giving the offense a chance to take that touchdown away. Jonathan Shaw brings the ball up to the 25, maybe. 26. Back to our passing game because it has been our most effective, oddly enough. Covington makes the catch, that's 17 yards. And I didn't know this until I looked it up yesterday, but our good man Jonathan Shaw is an NFL player. In real life, his name is Albert Wilson of the Miami Dolphins. If you don't believe me, go ahead, look it up, take a gander at it. As Kevin Brown gets 4 yards on this first down carry. I wanted to pitch it there, but it didn't work. I gotta turn off juke clock. I forgot I had that on. 2nd and 6 here. As Williams motions behind Kevin Brown, and he's going to get the carry. Brandon Covington gets an upper field block, and that's 13 yards for Lamar Williams. On our 3rd down, 8 attempts. Jonathan Shaw gets open. He makes the big catch. That's 11 yards and a first down. Let's move the ball. 1st and 10. And we're going back to the running game because we can't be passing a bunch of times. No! And that is taken away, and they're going to score. They are going to score. Ouch. That was bad. 3 and we're trying to get our stop here. They are 1 for 3. They don't run it. Benson makes the pick. That's a pick. Benson cuts it out. Come on, Benson. Benson breaks a tackle, and we've got a turnover. There goes their momentum. We're back. We got another interception. Chris Benson makes the user pick. Beautiful catch. Absolutely looking like the receiver. Running a little jet sweep to Joseph. I don't think he's had one touch this game, or any this game, or any this season, I don't think. But, oh no, this is Terrence. Sorry, Terrence. Terrence Joseph gets 8 yards on the carry. 3rd and 2, we're going to go to our option game. Might go for it if we don't get it. But we are going to get it as Kevin Brown gets 6 yards on the carry. I gotta say, I'm very happy with his play. And Lamar Williams has dislocated his finger, but somehow he will be back after that. I gotta say, if I had a broken finger, I would not be back. As Matt Washington makes a great catch, there's blocks upfield. If he could have broke that tackle, he was probably gone. As he has 4 catches for 61 yards and a touchdown. Lamar Williams will not re-enter the game as Brent Archer will take over in his spot and Bush will enter the game again. They fake the handoff to Bush And they pitch it to Brent Archer, who's got blocking. He's got a carry of 18 yards, as we have now hit 350 plus offensive yards today. And we have 100 rushing yards. 9 as we are entering the final seconds of the third quarter. We're going to be passing it. Covington's wide open. He makes the catch, and that's his second touchdown of the ball game. That is 3 passing touchdowns for Kevin Brown today with 270 yards. 7, probably going to be a stick play. Nope, not a stick play. But the wide receiver drops the ball, anticipating a big hit from Oscar Crowder. That will force a punt by the FCS South East offense. We were not offsides, as there is no flag. There is a block. We've got more blocking. Thomas, and there is a flag. There is a flag for clipping, not offsides. There is a clipping call, as Brett McDonald makes a clipping, and that will back up the offense to the 20. To punt from their own end zone. The kick is almost blocked, but it looks like it's going to be a decent punt. Never mind, after the pursuer cannot wrap up on his first tackle attempt. It is now 1st and 10. This looks to be a triple option or a jet sweep by the FCS offense, and it works for 13 yards. 1st and 10 for the FCS offense. They have not had the best of days. As Bryant gets open, the tackle is made, but not after a 21-yard catch. First and goal for the FCS offense, and they're going back to their flex bone. They have not ran an option play out of this formation yet, but they do this time, and that's a touchdown. Offense is glad to have him back. Kevin Brown makes a beautiful throw, and that's 23 yards to Terrence Joseph. Terrence Joseph had a decent day last week. Not a great one, but he had a good day. But you never know. Maybe he can start making some big plays and already become a favorite, as we are sacked. FCS South East getting some big pressure as they call their timeout. This is not a place where you want to go for it, so they will just kick it away. He muffed it. We got the ball. He dropped it. We have the ball. That's another turnover by the defense. 1st and 10 after the kick returner did the dumbest thing he could have done, and he picked the ball up, tried to pick the ball up, but didn't. Giving us another possession as Kevin Brown breaks more tackles, and that's a touchdown. Back up by 2 scores on FCS. And it looks like out my offense to go for 2. I'm going for 2. Jonathan Shaw's open, and that's an 11-point game, forcing them to go for 2 touchdowns. They cannot tie the game with a field goal for the FCS Southeast offense, and they're going back to their passing game. And he's sacked. Who's that? Oscar makes the tackle, and they got 8. Third and 9, and they're gonna have to go for it. It's 4-down territory. It's 4th and 5, and they're gonna have to go for it. 4th and 5, and they do elect to go for it. They are going back out of their flex bone, which has been very good for them. And they get their first down. 1st and 10 with a minute left. And that's going to be a false start. They did jump. They're going to have to back it up. Let's go defense. 1st and 15 after the dumb penalty of a false start. I think they did it to stop the clock, because the clock was running. They do pass. They check down, oddly enough. They do get 9 yards, but they're going to have to either blow it. They do blow a timeout. 2nd and 6 with 1 minute to go in this game. This game looks to be about over, but you never know. That is a first down for FCS. Brandon Smith does not drop the ball this time. That is only his 2nd catch of the game. 54 seconds remain on the clock, and it is 1st and 10 for the FCS offense. As Tidwell is open again. That's 17 yards for him. He has a 100-yard day. The corners are getting... As Tidwell's open again, and that's 20 yards for the young man. But FCS or anything of that sort ends the game. And it's intercepted. Brett McDonald, he's outspeeding. Nobody's going to catch him. It's a foot race. 40, 30, 20, 10. The CPU has made the play of the day. And that's a pick 6. That's the NCAA record. No, it's tied. Sorry. It's gonna be a pass. They're just shooting for something. They're going for something. As Murphy's wide open, he's gonna get tackled, and that's the ball game. As the clock hits triple zeros, Georgia State gets their first win in school history, now 1-1 on the season, after a bit of a nice game. As Kevin Brown wins the game as the player of the game with 4 total touchdowns today. I gotta say, I was pretty happy with the offense. A lot of key turnovers did kill FCS, but that's the show of a good defense. The fact that you can force a turnover is great. That's why we won today. Game stats, Kevin Brown had a 161 passer rating, 21 for 35, 303 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks, 60% completion ratio, but was sacked only twice, which is really good. Kevin Brown has 12 attempts, 35 yards, and a touchdown. Lamar Williams has still no touchdowns today on the season. 8 for 38, no touchdowns, but 4 yards a carry. Dominic Rogers, 3 for 13, a touchdown, pretty good day. Brent Archer had 1 carry for 18 yards, no touchdown. Terrence Joseph had 1 for 8, no touchdowns. And Jermaine Bush, 1 for 1, no touchdowns. Receiving, Brandon Covington with the best day of his career, 8 catches, 110 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jonathan Shaw had a pretty productive day, 5 catches, 88 yards, no touchdowns. Matt Washington had a great day, the 6'4" beast from the East. 4 foot, 4 catches, 61 yards, and a touchdown. Lamar Williams had 2 catches, 20 yards, no touchdowns. Daniel Williams, his brother, had 1 catch, 1 yard, no touchdowns. Terrence Joseph had 1 catch, 23 yards, no touchdowns. Blocking, we gave up. Sean Brady gave up a sack. Greg Williams leads the day with tackles with 5. Chris Benson had 5. John Jordan had 4. Kevin Simpson 3. Adrian Anderson, I thought that was Peterson for a second. Oscar Crowder only had 2, but he had a pick for 26 yards. Brett McDonald had a pick 6 that went to the house, which tied the NCAA record. The one sack today was by Cedric Henry, who had a TFL as well, so had a pretty good day. Kicking 1-for-1 field goal, 5 extra points. We had 3 punts, 125 yards, 1 down to inside the 20. Kick return, 3 returns for 64 yards, 2 for 40, no touchdowns. And Donnie Thomas had 1 for 6. That was a great game. We couldn't have played that one. We could have played that one a little better. We dropped 46. I'm happy. I'm Psychotic Logan. If you watch to the end of the video, you are the real Super Bowl champion. For me personally, I'm out. Peace.